All right, so recent headlines may leave you wondering what's next for mortgage rates this year. Maybe you'd previously heard that there are going to be rate cuts this year, and that would bring rates down. Now, that refers to the Federal Reserve, or the Fed, and what they do to their Fed fund rate. So while cutting or lowering the Fed fund rates doesn't directly determine mortgage rates, it does tend to impact them, however. When the Fed met last month, a cut did not happen, at least not yet. So there are a lot of factors that the Fed considered in their recent decision, and most of them are very complex. But you do not need to be bogged down by those finer details. What you really want is the answer to this question. Does that mean mortgage rates are not going to fall this year? Here's what you need to know. All right, so despite what Jerome Powell said, so mortgage rates are still expected to drop this year. So while it hasn't happened yet, that does not mean it will not. Even though Jerome Powell, the chairman of the Fed, says they still plan to make cuts this year, assuming inflation cools down. We believe that our policy rate is likely at its peak for this tightening cycle, and that if the economy evolves broadly as expected, it will likely be appropriate to begin dialing back policy restraint at some point this year. When this happens, history shows that mortgage rates will likely follow. That means hope is not lost. As a recent article from Business Insider explains, as inflation comes down and the Fed is able to start lowering rates, mortgage rates should go down too. What this means for you, but you don't necessarily want to wait for this to happen. Mortgage rates are notoriously hard to forecast. There are so many factors at play, and any one of those can change the projections as the economy shifts. And it's why the experts offer this advice. As Mark Fleming, chief economist at First American, says, well, mortgage rates projections are just that, projections, not promises, and don't forget how hard it is to forecast them. So my advice is to never try to time the market. If one is financially prepared and buying a home aligns with your lifestyle goals, then it could be the right time to purchase. And there's always the refinance option if mortgage rates are lower in the future. So basically, if you are looking to move and trying to time the market, don't. If you are ready, willing, and able to move, it may still be worth it to do it now, especially if you can find the home that you've been searching for. So bottom line, if you are looking to buy a home, let's definitely connect. Shoot me a direct message. I'm happy to schedule a free 20-minute consultation. Together, we can strategize, put a plan together, and get you connected with the right team so that we can make this possible for you this year. Purchase your very first home and go ahead and plant your roots for you and your family in the future ahead. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, again, shoot me a comment down below. If you made it to the end of the video, definitely like and subscribe, and we'll have a lot more of this kind of content for first-time home buyers coming in the future. All right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day. Deuces.